is how it will work. All right, welcome to kindergarten art and other activities. So, I'm Ms. Allman. I'm the interim principal here at Westmont.
I'm Eunice Tanga. I'm one of the kindergarten teachers here at Westmont.
And thank you for hanging in there. You guys are your last session, you've arrived. I'm Jenna Landero, the principal over at Oakview.
And I'm Jessica Wine, the TK teacher over at Oakview.
I don't know which button. So we're going to talk about these activities: art, music, dance, movement, play, PE, physical activity, gardening, and technology. Take it away, Jessica.
All right. So art is all about creating things, making something, producing something that you actually tangibly get to put your hands on. But you're doing that so that you make connections to the other subjects that you're studying, connections to things you've learned, responding to something like a piece of literature. This one here is a response to the story Tacky the Penguin. They had to make their own Tacky the Penguins. This one is connecting to more facts and information about the groundhog. You can sort of see the top here of his little den, and it has the different rooms in there and all that stuff. So they really could explain more than just it's Groundhog's Day and he's usually wrong. He is. He's only right 3 out of 10 times. Handprints, we make lots of them because parents love to hang them up. We love to keep them. They're gorgeous. No, that's not why we make them, although it's a great benefit. We make them because it teaches the kids amazing things about perception and that you can use something in a different way. I mean, they learn, to see a little bunny rabbit here. They learn to see Santa here and a leprechaun and all kinds of other things. And then they make themselves a little dog. And if I leave it out, for free play, they make things that you would have never thought of. Amazing things. So it's just bringing it all together and activating that artistic side of the mind. When you activate both sides, taking the science and the art together, it's more like what they get.
Definitely, we found the more fun the kids are having, the more they're learning. So we have art throughout the day that we have. We do a lot of chants and poems, or teaching the kids how to articulate and how to sing. And then along with those projects, we do art. We're integrating all of our art within our curriculum. Kids just love going outside and painting and cleaning with the tables. And we just love to showcase their work. There's nothing better than seeing your kids' work, especially kindergarten up to 5th grade. It's amazing how their skills advance. So here at Westmont, we have at least 2 showcases. I'm pretty sure that most schools they get to display their
Yeah, everybody has something, whether it's open house or now that the Huntington Beach Art Center is open again, we'll be able to have some of our students from all the schools displayed there, and that's a really great night.
Okay, so music, most of our schools have a primary music program now. Just as a side note, 4th and 5th grade, all students have music along with PE, so that's something that Ocean View has always kept as a priority, is making sure that our art and, not art, music and PE stays and isn't one of the first things cut. So we are all, I think it's pretty much individually funded by school site for the primary music. Even if there isn't a program at whatever school you choose, there's still music incorporated into every single thing they do all day long, and especially in kinder and TK, just with whether it's learning their ABCs or math concepts, or is it remembering to wash their hands after they go to the bathroom. Like during transitions, we use a lot of songs. There's also, I plug Westmont in every session, and I just want you to know, even though I'm a mighty owl, I would love to see you there, but my son went to Westmont, so he went 3rd through 5th grade here, and we loved it because we're an arts family, like we're theater kids, so refer to myself as kid, even though I have a lot of gray hair, but that's something that we love to do, just we're passionate about it, and so is he. Now my daughter, on the other hand, was like, no thank you, and so she stayed at our homeschool. So Westmont has a playground in kinder that's total interactive music. It's really cool. So, when they were remodeled, a lot of things were integrated that you'll see that are specific to being at a VAPA school.
And something that all the schools do, pretty much, is to have some sort of performance. So you are going to be able to see, as we said, there's nothing better than watching kindergartners perform, especially when they can stand there and they do the music and the teachers that I know of, some of them at the different school, are just excellent. And they're teaching them note reading, they're teaching them scales, they're incorporating that movement into the music too. So it is a great thing. I'm from a big music family also, and so that's why when I started teaching music was every single day, all day.
Uh-oh, he's also in the room now, Jeff.
I know. Yeah, I get one of those wonderful embarrassing moments for my son. Well, if you have music, you have to have dance, right? You got to move to the music, and we also try and incorporate it with other things. So this is my classroom, and you can see from the poster that we were learning about whales, and we're learning about migration. And
model.
yeah, this is my son, and that's my son. He started out as a TK student at Golden View School and worked his way through here, and now he works with me at Oakview. And you can see just how involved, migration, that's a big word for 5-year-olds, right? But they got it. Look at them. They've all got whale tails there, and they're going to migrate through the halls, and they know what it's all about because, again, we're activating that whole body, getting the music through their brains, activating different sides of it, really moving the whole thing. And then talk about envy. Yeah, look at that floor. That's a whole beautiful, amazing dance studio that's here. Part of their VAPA program is here, and they get to do cool things like ribbons and learn about beats and all kinds of cool things.
Okay, so play is a huge part of our days. Our academic centers are pretty much relegated to the morning hours, and then after lunch is when we have our big play centers, and we do everything in small group rotation, so the kids get to, I think on Fridays you get like choice, right, or the kids get to pick and choose where they want to go. We're still incorporating everything they learned in the morning with the center play groups that they're doing in the afternoon. So different concepts like, force of motion or velocity, just different things. We're like putting that into our groups and our center activities. So there's a lot of fine motor stuff that happens, things that you'd never think of. Jessica, I always love going into her room because in the fine motor center, it's always like a hole puncher. Like who would think like giving it a hole puncher and some paper, and they love that. Or just putting like Moretz on a straw, just different things, but it helps them because our kids are really used to just using one finger swipes, right? So we're always trying to get them out of this and into other things. And then this is Westmont's Kinder Playground. It's the Kinder one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't been lying all night. Okay, good. So I just finally decided to check. That's the Kinder Playground, and which is all interactive music stations and just different things. It's really cool, and they have that cool spongy floor that you see at the nice new playground. So.
And most of our schools will have a garden, either attached to kindergarten or one that's a whole school garden. This is Westmont's garden, and so that was built, I think, probably how many years ago? Just came back. Okay. 2 years ago? Yeah, just a few years ago. So it's back behind the kinder buildings and the preschool buildings. And so we have a community member who comes in. She also volunteers here at the school in the kindergarten rooms, and they work on growing different things. I know she had that harvested pumpkin, and then strawberries or sunflowers, different things like that.
Interactive science, right? Like they get to actually grow and talk about the cycle and everything else.
But pretty much every kindergarten or every school I've been to has got a garden.
And so technology, every school has some sort of interactive whiteboard like you see here. They might look different at different schools, but everyone eventually will get this one. We have Chromebooks in every room, even starting in TK. We're teaching the kids the home row and also how to use the mouse, so they are actually using a computer properly. And a lot of classes have iPads for their small group centers. The other thing that we have is like a QR code scanner, we call it their badge. And all they do is scan with the camera, and it takes them right into their Clever portal. And then all of our computer programs for the different age levels is in there. So we have SP Math, iReady Math and Reading, keyboarding without tears that all the kids can access. And then just as a safety precaution, we do have Blocksy, so all of our teachers are able to look at Blocksy and see what the kids are doing, because sometimes they make their way to YouTube and you never know when you get to decline. So that's a nice feature too. you guys have any questions? I know the bell rang, but we're your last stop. So do you have any questions for us? No? Okay, well, thank you for coming.
Welcome to Ocean View.